All right, James, it's episode 32.
Well, good evening, Kevin.
Well, good evening, James.
32. I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to remember the number we're on. It's getting to that level, I think, for me.
There really isn't anything that special I can think of for 32.
Absolutely not. I'm struggling even to know that we were on episode 32, let alone try and think of a fun...
and that's the thing, too, is, I mean, our trailers tonight don't really have so much as a phantom thread linking all of them, so it's going to be really hard to find a theme for... Why are you shaking your head?
I just don't know where you're going with this. I wonder where you're going. I hope you post it soon. Oof. No, that was bad, too.
Tonya... God, it is really tricky. Yeah, it really is tricky.
Episode 32, when we finally unravel.
You can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Feature releases by the movie trailers. We're trailer hits. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're trailer hits.
We're so tired.
So, as you may have gotten from our award-winning intro to this episode, we are going to be talking
have we already won something for it?
Yeah, probably. I was just, speaking out of turn, I guess. But we're going to be talking about the trailers for Phantom Thread,
yes,
the new Paul Thomas Anderson film. PT, as known in the inner circles. PTA.
Yeah.
PT Anderson.
Yeah.
PT.
For
or
me,
just A.
For me as a giant nerd, when I hear there's a PTA meeting, I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, sweet, I'm finally going to see Magnolia."
Sign me up.
And then I show up, and then all of a sudden I got to talk about parking.
Yep.
Like it's just.
Yep. Yeah, we get stock in the vending machines with too much sugar is essentially the problem. Yeah, PTA
It fills me with rage, much like Tonya Harding. At least that's what I get out of the I, Tonya trailer. We're going to be talking about that as well.
And just dropped today that we're recording this.
Yes.
It's not the day that you're listening to this.
Yeah. You might have a time machine.
Sure.
In
which case, we did win an award for that opening segment.
But... yeah, we are going to be also looking at The Post, which is the new Steven Spielberg movie.
Yes.
So, Steven Spielberg's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve now.
Sure.
Aliens, there. Fighting Nazis, there.
Augmented reality?
There,
man.
All of a sudden, there's a movie with Meryl Streep in it. There.
Because why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
They haven't worked together yet, right?
He's Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
At this point, let him do what he wants.
I have been.
Yeah.
I don't have to see everything, but I let him do what he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have not seen Bridge of Spies. That's where I was going.
It was all right.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah, Mark Rylance is really good in it. It's a decent time.
Okay, well, we'll talk about The Post. But first, Kevin.
Yes?
We need to tune something up.
Whatever could we be tuning up?
Oh my god, well, we tune up trailers. That's I didn't want you to be, waiting on bated breath that we were going to tune up something else.
This is a trailer podcast?
Yeah, this is a trailer podcast. It's not like my blender's not working and we got to tune it up. Yeah. No, there was the Disaster Artist trailer that came out.
Yes.
As our viewers might know, we reviewed the last full-length trailer.
Yes, so the
what
second...
exactly did we feel about that first one?
So overall, liked it. James and I had talked quite a bit about how I had read the book, so I was coming in with a lot of knowledge about the material. I had seen The Room. You have not read The Disaster Artist, nor
I have not.
Have you seen The Room.
That is correct.
So you were coming in just like, here's a new weird movie with James Franco. What's going on here?
No. From pop culture, I understand most Room references. I get all the jokes, essentially, because I've seen, a handful of the big scenes.
Hi, doggy.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. Tearing me apart, Lisa. Yada.
So
I'm familiar with it.
So some base knowledge.
Yeah.
And we both took a look at the trailer. Something that I'd pointed out was the mystery and enigma that is Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
And you were like, that's a thing?
Yes, I was very taken aback by that. Because to me it was like, this is just a funny movie about the hijinks that ensued in the making of this terrible movie.
Correct. The only real drawback for me was, it kind of seems like they're hiding Dave Franco at the moment. And I got it because, hey, it's Tommy Wiseau is such an enigmatic and strange figure.
Yeah.
You kind of want to kind of put him front and center. However, Greg Sestero, especially in the book The Disaster Artist, that was a really major thing.
Which that's the Dave Franco character.
Correct.
Which,
and
right.
bear in mind, movies can do whatever the fuck they want. So if they want to just take all that Greg Sestero stuff and shuck it right out the window, completely fine with me.
I mean, they have to answer to us, so
Yeah.
they might be afraid to just do that, but, you know,
Well,
they
apparently
can.
they were sort of afraid to answer to us because the second trailer really just hammered in both of those things. The enigmaticness
Yeah.
and the strangeness of Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
It definitely gives you a little bit more of Greg Sestero. Not a ton, but there's more there. You can kind of get a sense of...
More reaction, facial reactions.
It's more reaction
that are
stuff, but
interesting.
you get that shot of his mom,
Yeah.
you know. I think it does a pretty good job of giving a sense of this is a wide-eyed wannabe actor that shows up in LA, and then he just gets sucked into the vortex that is Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty close to the book.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what's going
But
on.
yeah,
there.
so essentially we're just tuning it up because this new trailer addressed exactly what you kind of were interested in if the movie was going to go in that direction.
And it appears as if it does.
It does, yeah. And
Good job.
yeah, and like obviously we talked about it, so I already knew about the mystery of him as a person because you filled me in. So having known that going into the trailer, I thought it was handled pretty well. Obviously, I still haven't read the book. I still don't know a whole lot, but I thought it was still an entertaining trailer. I still got a couple chuckles out of it, so it wasn't completely void of humor.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to be like, everyone sees that this guy came from where? Like, who the fuck knows
We
where
still
this guy
don't
came
know.
from? Right, thin air. Where is this accent from? I'm not doing an accent. Oh, okay. I think we'll just leave it there then.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I thought it was important to bring it up.
Yes.
So what do you think about it? With this new trailer in your memory bank.
Still at a need to see.
Still at a need to see. And I am still at a need to see as well. So celebrate.
Minor, hey! Okay.
Oh, hey. No, we're not. Okay, cheers. Cheers.
All right, we're
Need
going to
see
cheers it?
Yep.
We're going to cheers it.
Why
All right,
not?
Cool. All right, sir, do you want to get into the nitty-gritty with this Phantom Thread? Do you want to dive in deep?
I want to get into the stitches of it, man.
Oh, there you are.
Thank
God, I
you.
was struggling, and you came in, I bumped a set, and you fucking spiked.
Spiked it down. I played volleyball in high school and little intramurals in college. It's
I
not.
can-
It's not
I can
important.
tell.
Thank
I can
you
tell.
very much.
You can sew almost anything into the canvas of a coat. When I was a boy, I started to hide things in the linings of the garments. Things that only I knew were there. Secrets.
Good morning.
Will you have dinner with me?
Yes.
May not be Halloween anymore, but we're still talking about phantoms, James. This is Phantom Thread, written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Wrote and direct. Does he write all of his films?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Starring Daniel Day-Lewis, Leslie Manville, who she's in a bunch of Mike Leigh movies. So again, film nerds, like a couple of them you probably just heard go, "Urgh." That's their general sign of approval.
Sure. The sound you heard from my end was wind going in one ear and out the other.
And honestly, those are like the two big name people. I mean, like, seems like it's populated by a lot of character actors.
Okay.
But see, here at Trailer Hitch, you know, we like to do random shoutouts because it takes a
I
lot
would
of
say
people.
we love to do it.
I do too. It takes a lot of people to make a movie. And the top billed people, they always hog all the credit. And so we like to shout out just a random person in the cast. Let them know, hey, we appreciate you. So Harriet Leach plays Pippa. Hey, Harriet, good job.
Good job.
You got in a PTA
and
movie.
I
That's
like,
pretty big.
I like the Pippa name. Good character name. I hope you can do a lot with it, Harriet.
Yeah.
More power to you.
Pippa sounds like it's going to be memorable. And speaking of memorable, let's talk about this trailer. Let's see if it is memorable.
All right.
So, going out the gate, what's going on here? We got Daniel Day-Lewis's character getting ready for his day, and it appears as if he's very meticulous, and especially he's meticulous in how he dresses himself. Really, a shot that stood out was these huge ass purple socks that he was pulling up. And it becomes evident throughout the rest of the trailer this dude is a fashion designer. He goes to what looks like a bed and breakfast. He sees a waitress. The waitress comes up, and Daniel Day-Lewis, he doesn't have time for foreplay.
No.
He doesn't have time for witty banter. Just comes right out with it. Would you like to get dinner with me?
Not even hello.
Yeah, pretty much. Just goes right for it.
Yeah.
And by God, she says yes.
Yep.
So a good chunk of the trailer is their budding relationship, and specifically how he kind of sees her as a muse and trying these new and elaborate designs. And bear in mind, this is a period piece. If I venture to
what period
guess,
are we looking at here?
I mean, I'm going to throw a dart at a board and say the 50s.
Wow, that sounds great.
Sure,
why not?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, we have this relationship with Daniel Day-Lewis's character and this woman who he now kind of sees as a muse. And you get the sense that there's some ripples in the relationship. Daniel Day-Lewis's sister kind of leans in over at dinner one night and goes, "Hey, she's not really looking at you." Daniel Day-Lewis is like, "Well, son of a bitch, she ain't." And then that starts to kind of plant the seeds of doubt.
Yeah.
And
I don't know about this sister, Kevin.
And the sister,
Planting
also
seeds
tells
of doubts all over the place.
the sister also tells the woman, "Hey, my brother thinks that he's cursed in love. He just feels like every relationship he has is always doomed." And
Perhaps
so,
it's the sister's fault.
I mean,
For
maybe
always
if
just
she
being
wasn't,
that bug in his ear. Just,
Yeah.
I don't think they love you.
maybe she can just have a conversation with someone else at dinner. That's really not that big of a deal. They're going to be going to the same home.
Sister, she looks at me plenty when you're not around.
Right? But then you get the tension throughout the rest of the relationship.
Yes.
That you get the sense that really that she's not pulling away, because she says straight up, "You are not cursed and loved. I love you." Mm-hmm. And it's just all in his head. And so the general sense that I get out of this trailer is, from a story standpoint, we kind of have a creator-muse relationship. It's mostly just his own sort of tortured bullshit that sort of commands his life. I mean, I presume, just given how he dresses and the way he acts, he seems like he's very esteemed.
Yeah.
I get the
Man
sense
about
that
town.
I get the sense that he's good at what he does. So I'm sure they're kind of going with a tortured genius vibe with him. And it just seems to be a little character study about him and the relationship he has with his muse. Mm-hmm. And I get the sense from this trailer that this is probably going to go for the vague allegorical, creator muse, what sort of stuff can we glean from this? Which, another movie that came out this year is
something else?
Darren Aronofsky's Mother. Arguably kind of touches on the same thing.
Interesting, because I have no idea what that movie's about at all. Most people
It's
see
fucking
it
weird.
and don't really want to tell you anything about it.
We'll get into Mother some
Sure.
other time, but I would say that is
a muse
one of the
situation.
potential things you could take from
Would you
Mother.
say it's amusing?
Sorry,
Sorry, I'm on a dad joke roll here.
Just sip your whiskey. So that's what I'm getting on it, a general story sense. Now, how does this trailer look? And I mean, P.T. Anderson knows how to make a movie. I really enjoy how blown out all of the sunlight is. Really, anytime light is coming through a window, it's
Blasted through.
Yeah, it's really blasted through, but it's never harsh. It's this
it's
diffused hard light.
Probably
which I
softened by the
know
curtains.
is an oxymoron. But it is. It's really soft, but at the same time, everything is kind of blown out.
Sure.
And it does kind of give a, not antiquated, but it's lived in, it's kind of homey.
Sure. What's antiquated mean again?
Old.
Old. I like it.
Yeah.
Like antique.
Yes.
I get it. I
Yes.
like roots in
Yes.
words. There you go.
Maybe put down that whiskey.
Yeah.
So, overall, I'm digging what I see.
Sure.
I actually really want to shout out the editing in this trailer. We talk a lot about how music is used in trailers.
Well,
and I definitely think this trailer does a good job with that. It makes it a point when there are specific key changes within the song, to, cut on those. And especially toward the end, when their relationship is getting more frayed, it does like a very standard, but ultimately it works kind of build in a trailer where
the tempo increased.
The tempo increases.
Yeah, and like you just said, we see it a lot in trailers. But sometimes it can be very repetitive depending on the style of music. And
it feels like a pretty classic piano piece, whether it is or whether it's just new score.
Right, but it felt like it fit with this movie. And it was unsettling and unnerving, but not in like a creepy way, we're just watching a relationship fray here at the threads. And the music drives that. And honestly, in addition, in working in conjecture with the music and the tempo change and everything like that, is just the use of silence in the trailer, too, which I think is very prevalent. And some of the more memorable parts are just music that stops and rings out into silence. And they're comfortable with just letting the silence sit.
Yeah.
For almost what feels like an uncomfortable amount of time before a character says something or answers. And it happens at least two or three times.
Definitely.
At the very beginning when Daniel Day-Lewis asks her out, that's the first instance. It's just silence.
Hold on that silence, yeah.
Yes, I'd like to go out with you. And that was very effective, I thought.
Yeah.
So, I would agree with you. Long story short.
Yes. So, I think we're both kind of on the same page with that. So,
yeah.
I, as you have proclaimed, I guess I'll proclaim myself as a hipster. There's my stock and requisite praise for a Paul Thomas Anderson related product.
Sure.
Now that that's out of the way.
Yeah.
If I can be completely honest.
I would like you to be completely honest with me and with the viewers. You owe them that much, Kevin.
Being honest, and here's why.
Yes, tell me.
So, from a story sense, at least from a thematic sense, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think a huge part of it is I know fucking nothing about the woman in it. I know what her relationship is to Daniel Day-Lewis.
We know she loves him.
We know she loves him. We know that she was a waitress at one point.
She loves him.
Yeah, we know that she doesn't look at him all the time at dinner.
Which is fine.
Which should be fine.
You don't always have to look at someone.
Right. And so I think a big thing that's missing for me right now is what is she getting out of this relationship? Mm-hmm. Potentially it's she just loves the adoration that she gets from him. Perhaps he uses her as a legit model, but I'm not really sure yet. You know what I mean? And right now I just get, here's this tortured male artist who has this muse. And,
can we be honest for a second? Did you even really get a sense that he's that tortured?
I mean, I was mostly just gleaning.
He seemed fine.
Yeah. I'm seeing the torture.
Not tortured.
The torture thing is like all in his head, though. It's just like
put there by his sister.
She didn't look at me at dinner. Oh no! Yeah. I have to enjoy these peas and no one's watching me. Yeah, it's just sort of. I don't want to go so far as to say hokey, but I don't really get a sense of what the stakes are yet.
Yeah, okay.
And the second I heard that this trailer dropped, I was waking up and was like, fuck, I gotta watch this trailer right now. And I watched it half asleep and went, okay, that didn't do a lot for me. But you know what? I'm still waking up. Yeah. I'm still waking up. It's okay. I watched it a few hours later and I went, there's some good things going on in here.
Yeah,
for sure.
There are.
There's definitely hints of it. And I hope those hints mean that there's more things. How about you?
Sure. So first of all, the first time I was watching this trailer, I thought it was going in a completely different direction. Would you like to know what I thought this movie was going to be about?
Let's do it.
Before the end of the trailer wrapped up.
Hell yeah.
And I went, I don't think this is about what I initially thought it was about. So we get a little exposition in the beginning of the trailer about how Daniel Day-Lewis likes to put in little messages, little words and secrets and stuff into his stitchings, right?
Yes.
That was very prevalent. They really hit that home.
Did you think he was going to be like passing along codes and shit?
Kevin.
No, tell me.
What I anticipated this movie was about was he put a secret in a dress. In a very specific dress that this very specific waitress happened to have purchased, but he didn't mean for it to be purchased, and he cannot allow that secrets to be out there. So he is trying to get in close with this waitress, try and make her think that he loves her, so that he can finally get to that dress, so he can destroy the evidence of the secret that he never should have stitched in the first place.
Okay, so
This was a big conspiracy.
First and foremost,
yeah.
Wouldn't the movie only be 20 minutes then? Because it's like, hey, we should have dinner. Yes. And then eventually, he's probably going to get access to that dress fairly
Unless
quickly.
she put the dress somewhere else. Look, it could go... I'm not a writer, Kevin, all right?
Yes, you are.
The writers can figure it out. Anyway, that is what I thought the movie was going towards.
Sure.
Because they hit that big silent pause after the music, right after he said the word, I would put secrets in it.
Yeah.
And then he sees her. Mm-hmm. And it just felt like there was supposed to be a connection there between that sentiment and this interaction. But I feel like by the end of the trailer, I was like, I think this is just about their relationship.
Yeah.
In which case, I ended the trailer going, well, meh. to agree with you. I think, like you said, technically, the trailer was edited superbly. Mm-hmm. I think they, on a music level, on a sound design level, like those scissors cutting the fabric.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Paul Thomas Anderson knows how to make a movie.
I was fascinated by the fact that I was very drawn to how good this trailer was put together, but at the end of the day, I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
The story is not there for me. I get it. I get what this movie's about. No thanks.
Do you though? Because you extrapolate.
No, I
it.
do. I know. By the end of it, I'm like, okay, I understand what this movie is about, and I don't care. But the trailer was edited very, very well. It was a really well done trailer.
Yeah.
So where do you go with that when you know it's not an interesting topic that you're not interested in, but as a trailer podcast, as people who review trailers, this is a really well made trailer.
Yeah.
With the exception of the content, with the exception of the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
What do you say? I don't know. I guess
ultimately, so with trailers,
Yeah.
it's the trailer as an art form within itself.
Yes.
But also, the idea behind a trailer is it's supposed to get you into a theater, preferably opening weekend.
That's true. We do always say that.
And,
You brought it back full circle. I like it.
So between need to see more, never need to see, which is our general rating, yeah, I can agree that this is a really well done trailer.
Yeah.
That said, technical things aside, this is a need to see more for me. It's, as of right now, if I'm being honest, and especially, I think a good exercise for all y'all hipsters out there is when you see a trailer by a director whose work you typically really like.
Yeah.
The best thing you can ask yourself is if that director hadn't done that, if it was just random Joe Blow off the
or if
street.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
If I just didn't know who directed this.
Yeah, what would your honest opinion be?
Right.
And my honest opinion after I would see that trailer would be need to see more.
And,
that's the honest answer, and that's what I gotta go with.
And I appreciate the honest answer, and here comes my honest answer. It's a never need to see it for me based on this. And it's really hard for me to say that because we just talked about what we loved about the trailer, and there's a lot to appreciate and respect in this trailer. Mm-hmm. What the movie is about, I just don't care. This is not something I'm interested in spending money on.
I feel like the way that you're approaching this is kind of like the way I approach Renaissance era paintings, where it's like, well, hear me out here.
Okay.
It's because I see it. I recognize the amount of time and attention and detail that was incorporated into it. And I see it, and I go, cool deal, bro. And then I walk away and don't ever think about it ever again. Is that kind of akin to what's going on here?
That is exactly
gotcha.
What I'm going for here. Yeah. And like you said, I think what you said was a good thing is don't just take a director's next movie trailer on the name alone.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. And I don't think I do that. Like, Steven Spielberg is one of my all-time favorite directors. I haven't wanted to see a Steven Spielberg movie in a while.
Well, after War Horse, I don't blame you.
Yeah, like there's War Horse and like Lincoln and Bridge of Spies and like these aren't the types of movies I'm interested in.
Sure.
So there you go. I think there's something to be said for that.
Definitely. And sorry, man, I just kind of got distracted. It kind of looks like there's writing at the hem at the top of your shirt. Can you just kind of flip your collar open a little bit?
Dun, dun, dun!
Oh my god, it says I, Tonya, will be the next trailer we're reviewing. That's really convenient.
Secrets.
I was the best figure skater in the world at one point in time.
You call that a clean skate? Stop talking to her. That girl is your enemy.
Who's that?
Jeff was my first date ever. And my mom came.
Let's see if I, Tonya, breaks the knees of the competition.
Ouch! Yes, let's see it.
All
Dive
right.
in, man.
So, this is I, Tonya, directed by Craig Gillespie, who directed Lars and the Real Girl, the Fright Night remake, and The Finest Hours. This is the weirdest fucking resume on the planet. It is written by a gentleman by the name of Steven Rogers, and this is starring Margot Robbie, Bobby Carnival,
And who else, Kevin? Your favorite actor of all time.
Allison Janney, who looks like she is fucking great in this thing.
That's not who I was talking about.
Oh, you were talking about... Yeah, what's his name? I don't remember.
Come on.
By
you
the
know
way,
his name.
Sebastian Stan
There
is
you
the actor
go.
you're thinking of. There was an earlier Trailer Hitch episode in which I blanked on Sebastian Stan's name. That is the only time we have gotten hate mail on Trailer Hitch. People were upset.
Was that for Logan Lucky, right?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Because the trailer called out, like, Sebastian Stan is in this, and he was in the trailer for 3 seconds. I was like, why is that a big
Who
deal?
the hell's this guy?
Apparently that's a big deal.
He just happens to be like the antagonist of your favorite Marvel cinematic movie, Kevin. No big deal.
Wait, he was the bad guy in Spider-Man Homecoming?
How you updated it, didn't you?
I have
you son
updated
of a
it
bitch?
since. Okay, so our random shout out is going to go to Adrian Johnson, who plays the patron diner. Hey, Adrian, good job. You're in a movie, buddy.
Patron Diner. I dig it. Yeah, I relate to that character.
All right, so here's what's going on with I, Tonya. It's about Tonya Harding.
Yeah,
This is
are you familiar with this? Like, I only know it because of the VH1. I love the... when did this even happen? Was this 80s or 90s? Who the hell knows?
But either before I was born or before I would be cognizant of something
Right.
like
All
this.
I know is that VH1 covered it in one
Yeah.
of their loving of the decades. Yeah, and
One of those.
and that's how I was aware of it. So, like, it is something from pop culture that I was aware of, but I do not know details.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the story of that woman. And the trailer, one of the pull quotes refers it to, like, the Goodfellas of biopics. And
the good fellas of figure skating.
Yeah, it was that. It's like, that's honestly the best way I could frame this movie for all y'all. It's her story, and it's her relationship with her mother. And her mother is physically and verbally abusive to her.
Absolutely, yeah.
And she does it all to drive her daughter to become the best figure skater. But really, it makes her good at figure skating, but also a very volatile person.
Didn't quite develop the right way that adults
Correct,
need to
yeah.
be developing.
Now, obviously, from afar, or me just saying this premise, that sounds pretty grim,
Yeah.
and that sounds like this would be a bummer of a trailer. However, there is this really madcap, dark humor that runs throughout the trailer. And,
Absolutely.
oh, God, I'd have to assume the film, too. If not, this is the biggest fucking misdirect. It's like, this is the biggest misdirect since the American trailer with
Yeah.
George Clooney. And that
Which was hilarious.
exactly. Now, that madcap dark humor in I, Tonya is the movie through and through. Or, like, that's at least this
That's what it
trailer.
appears to be, yeah.
This trailer, through and through. And that is its biggest draw. And so does that work? And for me, it totally works for me.
I think the humor kind of knocks it out of the park. Mm-hmm. I think
it completely demolished my expectations for the movie, because I'd heard that a Tonya
biopic was
Yeah,
happening.
yeah, and
It's
I'm
oh,
like-
boring biopic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're expecting it to be something like Phantom Thread, where you see the trailer, you go, that looks good, but I have no interest in this. Yeah.
I think another draw, and this goes back to the Goodfellas tagline, was, like, I'm not entirely certain what the style of this movie is. Like, at times we have the characters talking to camera, but at times they're not. It's just like the scene playing out in general, like a normal movie. But then there's other times where, Margot Robbie had the shotgun and it's like a reenactment, but she also addresses the camera of like, this didn't happen. So the style is very different. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm just saying that's another draw in addition to the humor. Am I correct? I haven't seen Goodfellas in a long time, but Ray Liotta addresses the camera, right? Or is it just the voiceover?
Just VO.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe like addressing the camera and like breaking the fourth wall was kind of another connection to the Goodfellas, but
no, I think the
perhaps
connection
not.
to Goodfellas is the energy behind it, specifically in like the camera, a lot of steady cam pushing forward.
Okay, I see.
I think Goodfellas is more of a visual marker for it than it is a.
Style,
this is tit for tat Goodfellas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I can definitely see that influence in there, which is really cool.
I got really excited watching this trailer. And
Definitely.
like you said, the humor was on point. The acting was great.
Oh God, Allison Janney looks like she's going to fucking kill this movie because she, as an actor, has such a tightrope to walk. Because it is super easy to play that character as repugnant. Because from everything we see, she's pretty repugnant.
Oh, she's horrible. Yeah.
And she's able to find these little subtleties where, oh no, she cares. So when she throws the knife at her daughter, and you don't see where it strikes, but it definitely strikes because
There's a little bit of blood.
There's a little bit of blood in
A
it.
little bit of splatter there.
And there is this look in Allison Janney's eyes where she recognizes she has gone too far.
Yeah.
And also she makes you laugh.
I feel like everyone's delivery in this trailer, even the smaller roles, were making
the bodyguard
were
was
making me laugh. Absolutely
great.
Like we don't want to say his name,
Derek.
Yeah, it's Derek. It's just Sebastian Stan doesn't really get to say anything, but his facial reactions are pretty hilarious.
But apparently it's a big deal he's in this movie.
Goddamn right it is. It's
All
Sebastian Stan, Kevin.
Yeah. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, the Michael Keaton role.
Yeah.
Went to Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan playing Michael Keaton in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Listen. Enough about Sebastian Han. Let's talk about I, Tonya. I would give this a need to see.
Yeah, I was on the fence about it, actually, between a need to see more and need to see. Where did I fall, though, on the fence? On the side of the fence, Kevin. Where do you think I fell?
I mean, you haven't really said anything negative, so unless you're going to give me a rating and then, like, a 2-minute spiel, I have to guess...
We don't have time for that shit. It's a need to see it.
It's a need to see!
Cheers. Absolutely,
Cheers.
yeah. No, I loved the humor in it. I think it was stand out, man. It's such a different kind of humor. And we discussed a red band and a green band came out simultaneously, which have different things in it. But the humor lands in both of them.
Definitely,
and
yeah.
The green band trailer is less crude, but it's just as funny. Like, there's a moment in the green band trailer where the mom just like tips the chair over that Tonya is sitting in. And Tonya. Sorry.
We made it through this entire review, and you didn't know how to say her name?
I was thinking of the bodyguard. He was like, I don't know, Tony something. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the mom flips the chair over, and the little girl, her daughter, just goes flying. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Horrible. Terrible. I'm not condoning that, but it's hilarious.
It's funny.
Not in the red band trailer. The red band trailer, we got the knife.
Yeah, definitely. And just one little thing that I'd like to touch on, too, is the dichotomy between Tonya Harding as a figure skater, which, like, figure skating, I always think people who would really love the Phantom Thread trailer would really love figure skating. And then that dichotomy between that and the sort of, like, backwoods and the crassness of her mom and herself as well.
Yeah.
Like how those two worlds really clash. And I think it sets the stage really well, and I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah. Center ice, man. I'm there.
Hell yeah. All right, so James and I are going to see this thing. We're going to review it. We're going to do a little segment called Trailer in the Rear View, in which we talk about the movie, talk about the trailer itself in retrospect. We really hope that we see the movie and then don't immediately come on and be like, it was all a con, it's not a comedy. But we'll let you know.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we got one more trailer to post for the night.
Oh, very good. Let's post it.
I wanted to go subtle with it.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to just kind of sneak it on in.
I mean, it's a serious topic.
So, can I ask you a hypothetical question?
Oh, dear, I don't like hypothetical questions.
Well, I don't think you're gonna like the real one either.
Do you have the papers?
Not yet.
This is a devastating security breach that was leaked out of the Pentagon. The most highly classified documents of the war.
The Times has 7,000 pages detailing how the White House has been lying about the Vietnam War for 30 years.
See, at this point, I'm actually sort of bummed we don't have advertising, because it feels like every podcast on the planet advertises for Stamps.com, and I feel like we could have really got a dope transition out of it.
Stamps.com? I haven't heard that one, actually.
I'm not going to do an ad because they're not paying me to do one.
That's
James.
good. We shouldn't.
Yeah.
We should just stop talking about it right now.
We should just transition from Stamps to Post, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So The Post is directed by
Very good.
Steven Spielberg.
Who is that?
He's directed a couple of little indie flicks or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of, people who would like The Phantom Thread
The
would
fourth
really like.
Indiana Jones movie, too,
That was
right?
him. Yeah,
okay,
that was
good.
him.
Now we're on the same page.
Yeah, it was a sleeper, that one. This is written by Liz Hannah and Josh Singer. This is starring, drumroll please, Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, Allison Brie, Bruce Greenwood, Jesse Plemons, Bradley Whitford, David Cross, Carrie Coon, Michael Stuhlbarg, Zach Woods, Bob Odenkirk, Matthew Reese. Yeah, it's just going to keep going.
Sarah Paulson in a rare not crying
yeah,
moment
well,
for
I
her.
mean, as far as the trailer is concerned, that is correct.
Her eyes were tearing up, it looked like, a little bit. She was not crying yet.
That's just kind of her mode, yeah.
It's her thing. It's her calling card.
Our random shout out is going to go to Frank Ridley, who is a New York Times staffer number 3.
Ooh,
Frank.
He's going to get the goods, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I
can tell he's getting a line.
It's always number 3, man. You got to watch out for number 3.
Hey, legit, though. Frank, good for you. You were in a Steven Spielberg movie. Not a lot of people can say that.
I can't say that.
Yeah, only the people of Indiana Jones 4 can say that, as we all know.
What a lucky man Shia LaBeouf is.
So The Post, we have I guess a combination period piece biopic, I guess that was our theme. Damn it.
All-time period pieces.
This is the period episode.
That's a weird name for it. Anyway, moving on.
We'll just move on.
It's a heavy flow day, Kevin.
God damn it. So this is about the Washington Post breaking the story that, hey, something fishy's going on with Vietnam.
Something isn't what it seems.
Yes.
Yeah.
It appears as if the government was lying about the Vietnam War. Now, bear in mind, I admit that Vietnam, just in general, for me, is sort of a blind spot. I know the general basics of it.
Is this essentially going to be like...
Both of us are like, we're too fucking
When
young.
we reviewed Dunkirk, both
Yeah.
of us were like...
Yeah.
Look, I understand something happened. I should know what it is, but I don't at this point.
Correct.
And I respect that the trailer doesn't tell me straight out what exactly is the what hap, because it'll make for a more interesting movie, not knowing.
Maybe at some point
Do I feel like a piece of shit for not knowing? I do. We don't have to get into it. We don't have to get into it.
At some point, I'll watch the Ken Burns Vietnam documentary.
Oh my god, I want to do that too. We should.
We'll talk.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
for sure. But anyway, something fishy is going on with Vietnam. The Washington Post is here to say we're going to report it.
Not so fast, government.
Exactly. And so it's them reporting it, and then it's them getting in trouble for reporting it.
Absolutely.
The case goes all the way to the Supreme Court. What's going to happen? I mean, if we're being real, we have freedom of press, so, I mean, we kind of have an idea. But it's good to remind ourselves. It's good to remind ourselves.
Of our roots.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure. Yep.
And so that's really the gist of what's going on here.
What did you like about the trailer?
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
And
there's a specific scene, so she's the head of the paper, and she is in what looks to be a board of directors. It's all stuffy dudes. And these stuffy dudes say, you know, just so you know, some people are concerned about a woman running the paper. And there's this fucking beautiful moment where you can just see her mask crack. And you can see how goddamn incensed she is. And she settles for a very polite but loaded thank you for your frankness.
Her facial reaction goes through about like 5 different modes of different ideas of ways she can respond to this.
Yeah.
So many different ways I can respond to this right now. And she goes through the motions of all of them and then settles on, nope, I have to do it this way.
Yeah.
Thank you for your frankness, you piece of shit.
It's great.
It was a really great moment.
And, I mean, obviously, Meryl Streep's going to be Meryl Streep. Like, she's going to kill it.
She's going to be streeping. Streeping and sweeping, just like Meryl does.
And so, our girl Meryl is obviously killing it. Tom Hanks looks like he's putting in a great performance.
Absolutely, yeah.
Bob Odenkirk definitely looks like he's doing what Bob Odenkirk does.
You know, I really don't get to see him in dramatic roles all that often. Obviously, Breaking Bad is dramatic, but he was always more of a comic relief in it.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul, I haven't seen yet.
He definitely, I think, gets more dramatic.
More meaty material.
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
fair enough. He looks good in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we already mentioned, Sarah Paulson doesn't cry. Who else?
We're not holding our breath for the actual movie, though.
Right.
There's going to be a tear or two.
Like you stated, everyone who's in it, obviously there's a lot of people in it, but the trailer really just focuses on those 3 or 4 people.
Yes.
So
it's more just kind of giving you the grand sense of what's going on and kind of the broader thematic implications of, you know, our freedom of press was threatened when they published documents that were saying that there were things that were going wrong with Vietnam, or what we'd been told about Vietnam was not true. And they had to fight for it. They had to fight for their right to be able to say, no, this is our job. Like, we got these documents. We had to report this.
Right. Yep.
So, yeah, that's like the general gist of the trailer. Now, how did I feel about it? It's all right. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in this weird boat.
There's a little remembrance of Phantom Thread.
There's a phantom of Phantom Thread.
Yeah, there you go.
You're correct.
There you go.
And again, I think content-wise, you know, it seems like it's fine. And I think and hope and feel that we're going to get more character stuff out of the film than what we get. Because now it's... we get a good chunk for Meryl Streep.
Absolutely,
and that's great.
Yeah.
But Meryl isn't the only person in the movie. Yeah. Like, we also have Tom Hanks' character. We also have Bob Odenkirk.
We like
apparently Alison Brie is in it. Like,
didn't see her, but
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. We like well-rounded casts. Here,
yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
And from the broader sense of freedom of press is important, well, I know. I guess. I'm sorry if that's crass. And I can understand with the current political climate that...
I mean, it's very relevant.
It's relevant. But at the same time, I kind of wonder if the people who see it, who are going to be emboldened by it, aren't they also going to be in the same boat of, well, I know. And is this basically going to be preaching to the choir? And why would you preach to the choir? And that's because you want Oscars. And the movie definitely looks like it's going for a couple. Sure. And, I mean, even just based off of this trailer, kind of looks like Meryl Streep's gonna get another nomination. And honestly, just because of
that's
her...
one line. One line we're basing that off
out of that one line, I'd fucking nominate her. Like, she killed that one scene. Knocked her right out of the park.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm sure she's gonna put in a great performance. I'm sure Tom Hanks is gonna put in a great performance. Mm-hmm. But... I feel like I'm seeing this and I'm thinking to myself, shit, it's been a really long time since I've seen All the President's Men. And
I've never seen it.
We should watch All the President's Men. It's really great.
I hear it's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you have valid points, and I agree with you on a certain level. I think it's better than Phantom Thread for me because the content is way more interesting to me. Mm. This is something that... The trailer does a good job of convincing me that this matters. Mm. Like you said, maybe you already know that, sure, but it still, like, was passionate about it. And it still was like, this matters. Whereas Phantom Thread, it was like, I don't care. Like, what is this? Is just about him and her.
Why
like,
isn't she looking at me?
Why isn't she looking at me, man? It's important. And I'm like, is it though? Is it? It doesn't seem that important. Anyway, but the style of the trailer kind of leaves a little bit to be desired.
That's fair.
I think at the beginning, I think it starts off strong with a more of a vague scene between Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep about the papers. Mm-hmm. And that kind of just gets the ball rolling of, ooh, the papers. That sounds intriguing. Let's find out more. And the music does a good job of also, like Phantom Planet, Phantom Thread.
California.
Yeah. Here we go.
Look at me. Yeah.
It does a good job of increasing tempo early in the trailer. It got to a point, though, in like mid-trailer where I feel like it just like kind of stopped doing interesting trailer techniques and then just started being like, this Oscar-looking thing, this Oscar-looking thing, this Oscar-looking thing. But it kept giving me information of a story that I want to know more about because, like we've already discussed, I really don't know about this story, and I find it fascinating. So for me, this is better than Phantom Thread.
Sure.
And that's unfair to the trailer editors because you are given what this movie is about. You can't change what the movie's about. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I gave Phantom Thread never need to see it.
Correct.
This one for me, I would give a need to see more. I'm very solidly, confidently at that point.
That's totally fair. Me, I'm a man of consistency. I'm gonna need to see more on this because if I'm reacting the same way of Phantom Thread, which I am,
right?
Need to see more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to insinuate that this subject matter isn't important right now.
I don't think you came across that way.
But at the same time, I hope that there's more there than just its message. I'm hoping for some great characters. I know Meryl Streep is going to act the shit out of it.
That's a really good point.
But
okay.
I'm hoping
that's
that
a fair point.
There's a little bit more there than just its theme and just its message.
That's super solid. Because I get kind of bored or just like impatient with films that are just a political message.
Yeah,
for that
definitely.
sake. I mean, this one in particular, though,
out of curiosity,
has a story that I'm not aware.
Yeah, so. How did you react to Spotlight? And see, I
liked it.
I was in that exactly.
Yeah.
Like I was in that vein of I liked it, and looking back on it, really the only stuff I remember from it are like the little character moments, like where that guy is combing through the list of like all of the priests and like their addresses and goes, holy shit, and then runs outside and runs 2 blocks and he's
there
right next to one.
Yep.
And I think kind of putting the personal stakes and the personal spin on it is what I liked about it. And I just wish that Spotlight had done it more. Now, bear in mind, Spotlight won the Oscar that year. Like, I know I'm in the minority, or at least like I'm not in the majority of Academy voters on this.
Yeah.
And if like you saw Spotlight and you're just fuming listening to this because you thought that it was super important and it's the best goddamn movie that came out that year, fucking run, don't walk to this trailer. I'm sure
like this is
it
definitely
seems like
up your alley.
This is going to be right up your alley.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And that's a fair assessment, I think.
But for me, that year was Spotlight. Yeah, but Sicario came out that year. And Sicario's really fucking great.
Did Sicario come out that year?
Yeah, it did.
That should have won of the things. All of the things.
It was like that and Mad Max came out that year. It was a big fucking year.
Wait,
man.
2000.
It should,
it's unimportant.
Now I'm questioning myself. Email in if you want.
Sicario's amazing. That's all we need.
Email in if I'm wrong. trailerhmailbox@gmail.com. Which, speaking of
our email, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we should probably just kind of segue right on into wrapping this all up.
I think we've been rambling enough. Let's do it.
Yeah, if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, if there's any trailers you want us to watch, I promise, hopefully within the next episode or two, we will be doing another Hitchhiker segment. I know at least one listener has been very dutiful in sending us trailers.
Yeah.
We will get to them. We were just kind of holding out on Hitchhikers because...
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin, and viewers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to do the trailer hit, or the hitchhiker, the hitchhiker segment. It's a lot of work.
We kind of shot ourselves in the foot by doing it in the first place. Anyway, we will get around to it eventually. So
Sure.
if you do have a trailer that you want us to talk about, please feel free to email that in. If you find a weird message in the hem of your shirt, let us know what that is. Whatever you want to do. In the meantime, you can also like and subscribe on iTunes. You can rate us, preferably 5 stars, but you know what? Go with your heart. I was honest about Phantom Thread. You be honest with us.
You should be honest with us. Also, leave a review if you'd like, and just let other people know what you thought of it, because people look at that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I know I do when I look at new podcasts.
Definitely.
I look at the reviews.
In addition, you can hit us up on Facebook. You can hit us up at Twitter at Trailer Hitch Pod. There's a bunch of ways to contact us. We'd love to hear from you. It's always a lot of fun to hear from you guys. Feel free to hit us up. Went to a party, and someone walked up to me and was like, "Oh shit, you're the Trailer Hitch guy. I really like that."
You're a dirty liar.
No, I promise.
Where was I?
You were, I think, inside the house at the time.
I was at this party, though.
You were at
So
that party.
next time this happens, you come and tell me.
Oh, yeah, I probably should have.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
How dare you? I don't believe you now.
Yeah. Whatever feedback you guys can give us is always warmly appreciated.
Absolutely.
So feel free to do that.
Good.
Great.
Fine. Let's end it.
All right.
You can't mount holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
No, son of a bitch. I have a message too.
Oh my god, can you read it? Do you want me to read it? It's upside down for you.
Yeah. Can you get
You're not a true hipster, Kevin. Signed, PT. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Oh, this is a pretty big revelation.
It's really upsetting, I know.
Wait, hold on. Now you got one
No,
right over
I
there.
do.
Yeah, no. Flip up your arm right now.
What's mine say?
It says, "Oh no, I really did not put enough in this movie. It's just a love story, but the guy seems like a dick. Please, God, someone help me."
I ran out of inseam, but I think we can assume what he was trying to say.
Yeah. It cuts off PT and so unless he's trying to say something else, I'm pretty sure he just ran out of room before he signed his name.
What a dickhead, right?